Hello, friends from the comic and manga world. My name is Hector,
And my name is G.
and we are here to talk to you about our picks for the August 21st FOC. If you don't know, he and I work for Penguin Random House, and we manage sales into the direct comic market around the world. So, titles that we talk about in these videos are from the imprints publishers that we represent into those markets. Also, note that we are on social media. You can find us at PRH International Comics on Twitter/X, on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on YouTube. And well, that's it. I think that's the intro. So let's get started with our picks. And first pick is mine is Black Hammer, the End, number 2. This is the cover B by Max Fiumara. This is such a cool cover. It's very beautiful and chaotic at the same time, and I love how the artist integrated the Black Hammer title into the art. And you see here Inspector kind of falling down from you know, this building, I guess, that is falling apart. I love the contrast of, the more earthy colors in the background with, the highlight of the blue of his suit. And it gives me sort of Batman or Nightwing kind of vibes, which is awesome too. So this is very beautiful. It's for a book that I know G is also a fan of Black Hammer, so and we're
Mhm.
big fans of Jeff Lemire. So and the art is by Martin Ward inside the interior, so and it's also beautiful. But having these covers is also amazing. Very cool.
All right.
Next.
Next up is my pick. This is Dark Spaces, the Hollywood Special issue number 2. This is a ratio variant of 1 in 50, and this art is done by Veronica Fish. I really like this cover because it like gives you like a false sense of security.
Yeah.
It's a poster advertising this luxury train, which is like part of the story. And it says style, comfort, safety, which is kind of anything but that with the story because it really delves into the characters like psyche and like releasing some like fears and like dark memories of the past and like this mismatched man who's like bringing on and feeds onto the pain and the emotions.
Yeah.
So like you hear about the premise and then you see this like ad where it's like right this the Hollywood special with like the sun setting and a scenic like view of like the landscape and yeah, but then on the corner you have like this thing that's dragging a what looks like a dead deer. It's like
Yeah.
very like you wouldn't realize that that's there unless you
I
look
didn't realize
closely.
it until you mentioned it right now.
It's
Yeah.
like so pretty looking, but then you have this like horrific thing that's happening in the forefront.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Like you don't notice it, but it's like right there in the front that's actually like going on.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
yeah, I really love the style, comfort, safety on the bottom, which is
Mhm.
it also gives me those vibes of those like posters that you see in offices where they are like the cat hanging on, and it's about leadership and teamwork and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
anyways, it's very cool. Next up, yes, subgenre number 1, cover A by Wilfredo Torres. So this is no relation to Wilfredo Torres, just in case you were wondering. Although I did look up if he was Puerto Rican, because I always do for anybody who has a Hispanic name, especially if it's Torres. And I wasn't completely sure. And then he puts a PR on his Instagram, the 2 letters, and also he puts the words right through, which if you're Puerto Rican, you know what right through means. Anyways, um, this is a very cool book that the premise is very interesting. It's about this man living two lives, and he's like supposed to be this detective in a dystopian cyberpunk future, but then he goes to sleep and then he wakes up as an adventurer in a barbaric fantasy world. And that's all I'm going to say about the book. I highly recommend that you check it out. It sounds very cool. Uh, by Matt Kent and illustrated by Wilfredo Torres, and then this cover. And I love this cover because it I had to tell you about what the book was because then you make sense of what the cover is. It's basically the two lives kind of combined, but it's just like broken pieces of pictures kind of put together, and it's very, very disturbing and very cool at the same time. So I'm really looking forward to this, and I love this cover for sure.
Mhm. And then next up we have my pick, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Street Fighter. This is issue number 4. This is a 1 in 100 ratio variant, and the art is done by Daniel Warren Johnson. And I had to pick it because I like Daniel Warren Johnson. And uh, what really stood out to me is the facial expressions for the
Yeah,
most part, because we have Ryu, especially his face is like very well done. Mid fight,
yeah,
they're all like going after something, and the like grit in the face and the mouth is amazing. And that's why I like it, is because, and then you have like the personalities of each turtles being like demonstrated through in the background as well.
yeah,
Some like really aggressively going at it, and others are like having a blast. Like this, like this is like what they're looking for, like a good fight. Even like the muscle strain and the veins
yeah.
running through the biceps is really, I like this a lot. Oh, and
Yes.
I had to mention that we have the one with the trade dress, which is 1 in 100, and then we have the virgin variant, which is a 1 in 250.
Extremely cool.
Oh, accidentally skipped.
Oh, okay. Here we go. So this is Wolverine 37. This is the show Joshua Suave variant. And this is part of the fall of X, and it is a 1 in 25 retailing incentive, retail variant. Um, and we see here Wolverine being, Wolverine kind of coming out of a rubble or something. And it's very typical Joshua Suoi, kind of artist. He's one of those artists, obviously, that you can see how distinctive his lines are. It's like very soft and very um, a little bit shiny. There's sunshiny right there behind him, and um, it is very cool. I mean, there's not much you can say about this. And Wolverine obviously is extremely hot right now because there's a lot of talk about, Hugh Jackman coming back to the role at some point on Deadpool 3. So, and this is the classic costume, but I love that the color is a little bit more toned down than what we're used to in the animated series or anything like that. So it looks a little bit more realistic, and I love the detail of claws out and there's blood spattering, and he's just coming for you. You got to be careful because it's Wolverine. It's very menacing. Very cool.
Mhm. All right, next up is Uncanny Spider-Man. This is issue number 1, and I apologize. You're gonna hear, I'm puppy sitting, so you're gonna heir noise. This is
Yep.
Dave Watcher's the window shade variant, and Choco, please.
He wants
This
to
is
be in the
cool.
video.
He wants to be in the video, which is like actually a good timing because I picked this because of the cat.
Yeah, on the window.
We have Nightcrawler who's like teleporting, and the cat is clearly like, what's happening? Like, what's going on? And
Yep.
as I do that, my dog is also doing. It was like, what's that noise?
Yep.
Anyway, I really like this. There are several window shades that we've encountered before that we've presented, but this one like really did it for me. So I really enjoyed this.
Yes, very cool. And if you want to check out G's dog or the dog that she's
Yeah, I'm
pet
puppy
sitting,
sitting.
you should go to our Instagram because she just posted a picture of the dog with a couple of mangas. So
Yeah.
at PRH Comics, at PRH International Comics. I always forget the international. Um, so next up is Fall of X, oh, Dark X-Men, sorry, number 2, the Paulo Villalobos variant. This is part of the Fall of X event going on right now. This is a 1 in 25. I mean, Paulo Villalobos is a amazing illustrator. He's done work all over the place and so very cool. And as you can see here, he does very beautiful, amazing work. This is the gosh, I always getting confused. It's either Goblin Queen or Queen Goblin. I'm sorry. You guys know better than I do. But she's here looking majestic with her crown and just having all these goblins in limbo kind of behind her. And she's, ruling over them. It is it is very cool to have this contract. It's such a beautiful character, illustrated character, with also these horrifying, gobbling, very demonic looking creatures all around her. And she's just, being the queen as she is. So very, very cool. Next up. And that's it for our pick this week. We now go to, as always, we have a little bit of news at the end. And I'm stalling because I can't find my notes, but that's okay. This is Shaman King Flowers, and they made an announcement with more of the cast and a trailer that you can see there on the bottom for this new sequel spin-off. It is a sequel. It's 14 years after the original Shaman King. And this one, I'm just going to read the series overview real quick. Is Hana Asakura finds that being the son of Joe and Anna Asakura isn't all it's cracked up to be. And his boredom has him itching for any kind of excitement. But then a fight comes straight to his doorstep. It's from a place he least expects, his own family. The battle for Asakura supremacy begins. And it also, the tagline is the ghosts, the spirits, zombies, and gods return in this brand new sequel to the classic shonen adventure manga Shaman King. And this is Shaman King is a huge manga, and then the anime also with several seasons. And now we're getting the anime for the sequel series. We have available from Kodansha. You can get, I forget how many volumes. I think it's only 3 or 4 volumes already for this one. But then we also have the Shaman King, and we have it available in omnibus. Kodansha put out these 3 volume omnibuses that are available. So check it out. Very exciting. Uh, Very cool. And I should have mentioned this is for next year. This is due to come out early next year. And that's it. That's all for today. Thank you so much for sticking with us. And we hope you enjoy this video. As I mentioned at the beginning, we are on social media. You can find us under at PRH International Comics. And you can find us on X, Twitter. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. And you can find G's dog on all 3 of them. You should check it out and give the dog a like.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed it. Bye.
Bye.